You know?
So like, real quick, you got brothers folding right now, man. And we ain't even been through shit.
Right.
You know, if you can't handle getting talked about, you know, by your parents and random people on the street, how you gonna handle Jacob's trouble?
Because Jacob's trouble is going to be an open persecution, man.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be you might see your face on wanted posters, on the news.
Mm-hmm.
We going to be, you know,
Public
hunted, man.
We're going to get fame. We're going to get fame
Right.
in that day.
We going to get fame, man. We going to get good and bad fame, man. You know?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, starting verse 4. For we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon that mortality might be swallowed up of life. Now he that hath wrought us for the selfsame thing is Yahweh, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Therefore we are always confident, knowing that whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord Yahweh by Yahweh Shah. Verse 7, for we walk by faith, not by sight. 8, we are confident, I say, and willingly, willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord Yahweh by Yahweh Shah.
Right, and Salaki, for cutting you off, we walk by faith and not by sight, meaning that we have faith that these prophecies is going to come to pass. We got faith that we're going to endure to the end, man. We have faith that we're Lord willing, we of the elect, you know? So we know what the scriptures talk about, the things that the elect is going to suffer. So we confident for suffering those things, man. We're willing to put ourselves in those, you know, situations, or we're willing to sacrifice our life, sacrifice anything, you know, because of our testimony for the Most High, because of our faith, man. You know, that's us walking by faith and not by sight, because you walking by sight is you being carnal, man.
Yep.
You know, us walking through faith is us walking through the Spirit, and we know that the scriptures talk about, you know, the lust, the spirit, in the flesh, they war against each other, man. So it's a constant battle, you know. But you know, you always gotta remember that faith is one of the key components you need in order to endure it, man. You know, and so like you read that last verse that you was on.
Verse 8 again, it say, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body. Or you want me to go back to verse 7? We walk in faith.
No, you started verse 7.
Verse 7, 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
Right, which is the reason why we got these scriptures the way we do, man. You know, because of our faith. You know, you're not gonna do certain things brothers do is because of their lack of faith, man. You know, like certain, like not coming to camp, not doing this, not doing that, just being unruly. You know, those things is lack of faith. But you know, if you trying your best, you literally giving your 100% all. That's your faith being abounding faith right there, man. You know, and that shows your integrity, your confidence, that you put the work that you put, the ethic you put into the Lord, man.
Verse 8, we are confident, I say, and willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with Yahweh Yahweh Shah.
Which is death, man. You know, once you're absent from the body, your spirit is no longer in the flesh anymore. Your spirit is in the spiritual world with the Most High, Yahweh Shai, you know, and the rest of the souls that's in the spiritual world. So that's you willing to risk, you know, your life, man. You being confident in sacrificing your life from the Most High, because you ain't got to go through this shit no more, man. You know, once you're in the spiritual world, you don't have to go through this hell no more. You're in peace. You know, that's why the scriptures say in Wisdom of Solomon, you know, that let me grab it real quick. I don't want to butcher it. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. You know, so even though, you know, brothers may be persecuted, brothers may die, or however it goes, however the Lord allows it to go, we in peace at the end of the day, man. Even if we don't die, you know, we still in peace, because while we got the Lord, you know, bearing with us, supping with us, we got scriptures, and we got the Spirit on us, man.
We
can finish out with you.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 9. Wherefore we labor that whether present or absent, we may be accepted of him.
Cause so I was about to say something first, you know, cause hey, being absent from the body, that's a form of deliverance too, cause you enter into peace, you know, and then you gonna be rewarded. So that's not really the end. That's the beginning.
Yep.
You know, that's the ultimately the Lord is physically taking you and you going straight to peace. You know, then you go get a crown of life if you a part of the elect.
Back in verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body, according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad.
Exactly, and that's gonna let you know that everything is gonna be brought to light. You know, everything is gonna be revealed about you. Everything that you've done, good or bad, your works is gonna be, you know, put out there, so to speak, man. You know, because when you're presented before the judgment seat of the Most High, what are you being judged? You know, whether according to your righteousness or whether according to your wickedness, you're being judged, man. You know, and basically you're being exposed for the things that you've done. You know, so it's better to be, you know, falsely accused of doing something than being accused and that shit actually be true.
Verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, we persuade men, but we are manifest unto Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciousnesses. So basically, I mean, like at the end of the day, we doing this because at the end of the day, you know, we were given a duty, and you know, we seeking our own salvation. You know, as being watchmen, it talks about a watchman in the book of what's that, Ezekiel?
Ezekiel the 3rd.
You know, basically our job is to warn the people. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to persuade men. It tells you in the book of Job about the Most High. Job called the Most High the King of Terrors. You know, Allah Shadja, the terrible demon-like power. So at the end of the day, you know, a brother, I forgot what camp he was. You know, I only listen to GMS. I can't remember listening to so many camps though. But he was saying, no, it's the brother from Men of Valor. And he was saying how just imagine, you know, the Lord has the power. You know how, since we was talking about people in the truth but not doing what they really supposed to be doing, he was saying how, you know, you got people holding posts in wintertime and how they, I gotta use the bathroom, don't want to really deal with the code. So, you know, it's funny because the Lord could actually, if that's not pleasing to the Lord, he could actually put your punishment where you freezing to death until you die. You know what I mean? Like, and these are the things you gotta, you know, meditate on and consider because, you know, they call him the King of Terrors for a reason. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why we persuade man, not only because it's our job, but in actuality because we know the terribleness of the Lord. You know what I mean? So, I mean, at the end of the day, but ultimately, you know, I mean, it tells you in 1 Corinthians about how, you know, as a spectacle, you know, please the Most High to come. So at the end of the day, you know, ultimately the Lord knows who's going to come back and repent and who's not. You know what I mean?
All right, let's go get it. This is Acts 14 and 22. It say, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation shall enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Salaki, can you read that back off for sure?
Con, this is Acts 14 and 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples.
Right. So something that's being confirmed is something that's being approved of. You know? So the only way we're going to be approved of is through enduring suffering, man. That's the only way that you can be, you know, approved of, man. You know, that's the only, you got to be tried in order for your true colors to come out, man. You got to be put in that fire, that difficult situation, that suffering, persecution, that hell, in order for you to be, first and foremost, purified from your infirmities of the flesh and of the spirit, because we still got, you know, shit that's wrong with us in the spirit and in the flesh, man. We not perfect, you know. So that suffering is gonna make us perfect, and then first and foremost, it's also gonna, you know, approve us unto the Lord. It's gonna make us, you know, he's straight. He's definitely, you know, faithful unto me. You know, it's through your endurance, man. You know, that's just like when you run in a marathon, man. At first, you gotta pace yourself. You gotta your endurance and your stamina is what's gonna keep you thriving, man. It's gonna keep you going. You know, you don't start off in the marathon shooting straight out the jetting straight out, man. You know,
Yes,
because
yes, sir.
as soon as you get to